Welcome to greencardguys.tv. You need to know this. Do not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. What's happening, y'all? Here to answer your immigration questions. Boy, oh boy, it's already day one. Here we go. All right, if you have any, I bet you got immigration concerns, but if you got immigration questions, maybe you're considering to finally file your dadgum immigration application. You're finally thinking you're going to file your application. Or maybe your case is delayed, you're wondering, is it going to be delayed even more because of President Trump? You're wondering if there's a way to even get sponsored in America or from outside America. This is a channel for you, okay? This is a channel where either you're on Instagram, not so much my favorite app. If you're on TikTok or YouTube or Facebook, tune in, okay? I'm going to be here for at least 30 minutes. I'm going to hang out with y'all, answer your questions. I don't know if I can allay your concerns, but I'll certainly try my best. I just went through several of these executive orders. I just recorded a video about that, so stay tuned for that upload. Okay, there is 5 executive orders related to immigration. There's at least 5. Let's see. Okay. All right, so you're welcome to ask questions on your respective channel. Welcome. Man, I had this little, what do you call this? I guess like a jacket vest. It's like 19 degrees. 19 degrees in Texas or Houston. Let me check. Let me double check. I don't want to be giving y'all wrong information here. How cold is it over here right now? No, it's not 19 degrees anymore. I'm here in Houston, Texas. It is 31 degrees. I guess I thought it was freezing. Almost. It's almost freezing. Okay, cut me some slack here. All right. It's supposed to be freezing tomorrow, apparently. I mean, school has been canceled for Tuesday and Wednesday in Houston, Texas area. We can't handle it, guys. But I can tell you what I can handle. Okay. We're here to advocate for you guys. We're here to fight for you guys. Okay. Now, I hope none of you or your family members are ever detained. Okay. We're happy to guide you. We accept very limited detained cases because number one, we're only in Houston, Texas. There's a detention center in Conroe. Okay. Conroe, Texas. We know many attorneys across the United States. Okay. So if you have a family member that's caught up in detention for any reason, I'm not here to judge. Contact my office. We're happy to point you in the right direction. Okay. Because time is of the essence. Okay. Now, of course, I'm not here to fearmonger. I'm just here to share knowledge and get y'all ready. You got to get ready. If you weren't ready yet, if you haven't filed to become a citizen yet, I don't know, maybe there's a reason you didn't file. I suspect it's not just because you don't speak English very well, because if you don't speak English very well, you wouldn't be listening to me right now. All right. If you have any questions about like your criminal history, your arrest history, I can't answer those on the live show. I'll just be straight up with y'all. I know some of y'all ask those kind of questions. Those require you to go to my LINK. If you're on Instagram or TikTok here, go to my BIO and click on the link. At least on TikTok, it's under my picture, okay? But if you're wondering what I'm doing, you're on YouTube and Facebook. It's not over here. It's down below on YouTube and Facebook. All right, for my link. and you schedule anything criminal related, the best thing to do is schedule one of my attorneys, okay, one of our premier associates, and have those documents, upload those documents to our form. It's a short form, but that would help us, okay? Now, sometimes we have to get back to you and we'll let you know because there could be more that we need to investigate. Okay, of course, if you have any questions, please drop in the comment section. I will try to answer your questions in the manner that I receive them. If I don't answer your question, which is possible for some of y'all, if I'm not able to answer it, please DM and we'll let you know if we. Oh, this is totally weird. We'll let you know if we can maybe record a video for you. You just have to join again. Okay. Sometimes I'm able to record a video when you email it in. Just depends on the situation. Okay, so if you have, hey, New York Yankees fan, good to see you. I'm assuming you live in New York. Hopefully the weather's okay over there. That'd be something if New York. I'm sure it's colder than here. I don't know why they didn't pull up. Okay. Okay, Red. Red on TikTok. By the way, yo, for y'all on TikTok, how's the app going for you? I'm very curious because it seems a little bit different. It seems different. All right. Yo, I'm tired, but I'm here to fight with y'all, here to advocate, here to share information. Red here on TikTok has is asylum seeker waiting interview, and you enter the United States with a B2. Should you be concerned? It's a pretty general statement or question because if you're just wondering because of Trump, no, I mean I wouldn't be concerned because you applied for an application. Okay, where you would be concerned is like you have some kind of crime. Okay, then I'd be more concerned. Um, Someone with a black heart on TikTok. You have an asylum case, and the USCIS says you close your case and transfer it to the court. What to do? You have an asylum case. What do you mean close your case? Black heart? Transfer to the court. Okay. Yeah, I get it now. Okay, for Blackheart on TikTok. Yeah, so they basically did not approve your case. USCIS did not approve your case, so now because of that, they defer further processing to the immigration court. Okay. Now, by the way, when you get a letter like that from USCIS, the next thing to expect later on in the mail is a letter from the court, immigration court, specifying the date and time that you need to show up. Whatever time that is the time the hearing is supposed to start or will start. So don't just show up. If it says 9 a.m., don't show up at 9 a.m. In fact, especially if you're not familiar with the area or you live far from the area, arrive at least 1 hour in advance. Because most of these federal courts have secure like a long security line. The one in downtown Houston, for example, they I don't know if it makes sense, but maybe, they parse it out. They provide the instructions to like 20 people at a time. Just yeah, every immigration court I've gone to, federal court in general, is not just the immigration court. There's a lot of other federal services in that building, so it just can take a long time. So it's just something you should know. Sorry for random tips. I like to share some stuff. Um, New York Yankees fan. What about pending 601A cases? You're still waiting almost 3 years, and many cases still processing. Yeah, 3 years. Actually, I have on TikTok here. I think I showed it at what did I have this at? 30 36.5 months or something. Let's see. 36. So you're at almost 3 years. So yeah, I mean, most of our cases have been this like earlier last year were approved. They were about at the 3 year mark. Okay, so if you're more than 36 months, then let's chat. Okay, New York Yankees fan. Hopefully you get it done soon though. Oh, snap. It's -10 in New York? I don't know why I didn't. I'm at weather.com. It's not. What's wrong with this thing? Oh, it feels like 19 in Houston. Yeah, it's going to get worse tomorrow. Let me just type in the zip code New York. I don't know what's going on. It's acting up. What's going on? Is the federal government affecting weather.com too? All right. So if you do want to join live, you're welcome to do that. Okay. But if you do that, I definitely respect your time. So I try my best to respect your time, of course. Then comment, especially on TikTok. It's easier for me to see on other channels. But on TikTok, type in like guest or something. Type it in so I know that, okay, you're next or something. Because on TikTok, it doesn't tell me, it just gives me a list. And then click, I think over here on TikTok, one of the sections. Well, my finger looks huge. Uh, um, Somewhere here says guest. Okay. Okay, I see Jessica. So you'll be on deck. Okay, now we got man, that's a popular night. I wonder, is it because of Trump inauguration? Or this TikTok algorithm is better for me tonight? Let's see. Okay, Juan Bobadilla on YouTube. You applied for a green card, your own, based on asylum 14 months ago. Do you think you're going to be affected? Not necessarily, as long as you told the truth on your asylum application. Generally speaking, though, with this adjustment of status based on asylee status, I believe. I don't know if they check every cases, asylum cases like story, the claim of fear for every single one of them, but they do check some of them because if they hear about, oh, that's strange, that person, 10 people over there not in that office have the same story or it's a very similar story compared to mine. Let me check with that officer. So that's why some of these cases take a long time for asylum asylees. So something to keep note of. But please know, under the Biden administration, which I have to check if they took that policy away, I think they're gradually going to take away some of the benefits, or I don't want to say benefits, but the beneficial policies under the Biden administration. For example, about 2 years ago, they allowed to, maybe I shouldn't mention all these online because then maybe the government won't know. So anyway, they allowed asylees to apply for adjustment status essentially as soon as they became asylee, even though they still needed 1 year of physical presence in America. And that's because these cases took a long time. They recognize that, which is a good thing they recognize. All right, here on Instagram. Oh, great, wonderful. Finally getting more questions on Instagram. Appreciate it. I see y'all. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Oops, what happened here? Just one, the Mon King herself. Just wondering what happens if you already had filed to reopen your case for removal proceedings after your son already filed for I-130 for you. Okay, I'm assuming. I think you commented something similar before, and you don't haven't found out like the status of that. You're already submitting your application, waiting for an answer. Um, it's probably gonna be difficult. I don't remember if you had admin closed. If it was admin closed, you have a much better opportunity. If it was a removal order, it's going to be very difficult, very, very difficult. Because at this point, for many people have been order removed, and it's been a long time. Let's just put it, let's say more than 30 days since the removal order. Then that's it. The deadline is 30 days. But there's like a catch-all phrase that says like sua sponte, essentially up to the court's discretion, the judge's discretion to reopen it. That was a better opportunity under President Biden, as I've shared for 4 years. But under Trump, that's not going to happen. Very unlikely. It can happen, but very unlikely. All right. So I know some of the information I share with y'all are not going to like. You're not going to like what I say. But this is where you get the real time insights, of course. Okay. Now, we don't gatekeep over here. Okay. We share. insights. We provide some information. Okay. Now, look, if you come to this channel and you're like, bro, can you tell me exactly what to do to get legal status? Join my webinar. Okay. Join my webinar or just hire us. To be honest, just hire us because it's a lot to walk through step by step. Hey, Jessica, were you going to join? Let me see if you popped up here. Okay, Jessica, if you want to join as a guest, you also have to actually click the button. I think it's on down below. Okay, let's get to. I'm trying my best to go from platform to platform. I can already tell you it's going to be quite difficult. Thank you so much for your questions. I'm trying to be fair here. Just to be upfront, no one is entitled to an answer, but I will try my best. So, of course, please, you do not have to copy and paste your question unless you're like, you didn't answer my daggum question, then I'll need you to do that. Okay. Thank you so much for your questions. Thank you for your trust. User 6438 on TikTok. How long does see that horror taking to schedule appointments? Someone else commented on the channel last week. I think they received a scheduled appointment in November, and they're going like this week, actually. Oh shit! I really hope everything works out for them. I don't know. I don't think she had an attorney or her husband. Maybe. Let's see here. Oh, I see you, Juan. Oh, smart move to go on YouTube. Smart move. New York Yankees fan, you hope they won't cancel 601A. I don't believe it can. I'm pretty sure that was published as a final rule by President Obama back now, wow, 8+ years ago. Now, if you're wondering if why I look young, I'm not, first of all. I think, Asian Americans tend to look a little bit younger, but I'll tell you this. I've been working as an immigration attorney and had my own firm since President Obama, President Trump, President Biden, and now back to President Trump 2.0. Okay. So if you want lawyers, a legal team ready to fight for you, no hate on the less experienced attorneys. Okay. If you're an attorney, by the way, you want to get into the immigration field, you want to help fight the fight, contact me. I'm happy to help share information with y'all too. Okay. If you're an immigration attorney that want to collaborate, let me know. Okay. Contact us. All right. We think that's very important to collaborate because it ain't going to be an easy 4 years. Okay. And even under President Biden, it was not a walk in the park. Some of y'all think that, but it was not. Okay. Now let me see here. Letter S on TikTok. Can you get deported if you have a case open? Well, it's possible, but it depends on your situation. Do you mean case open like with USCIS? Yeah, it's still possible. That's typically if you have some kind of criminal history, though, or you got arrested. If you're just now joining, welcome. My name is John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States with a physical office in Houston, Texas, to help you secure your legal status to live and work in America legally. Okay, we're trying to do it, get y'all legit legally. I mean, you guys are really legit. Okay. Code 2, KOTU on TikTok. Hi, when will Birthright citizenship take effect? Your wife is due next month, J1, J2. Early congrats to your wife. The executive order, I can share my screen on. Okay, share my screen. Oh, do I even have it open right now? Okay. I do have it open on YouTube and Facebook. Let me share this. I just did record a video about this, but I just want to tell you where I'm reading from. So I don't want y'all to think I'm just making stuff up, which I don't. Where does it say here? Subsection B here of this one, this executive order says, shall apply only to persons who are born within the United States after 30 days from the date of this order, which is, today is January 20th, 2025. However, pretty sure if it was like one of y'all that's going to have this situation, like go to, maybe someone's going to sue. But it's not quite that simple. Now, this is not going to be a history lesson of how could this happen or not. I don't think so. He just this particular executive order about to end birthright citizenship. It's not just a stroke of a pen. It doesn't work like that. Okay, you gotta go through Congress. There's a lot more steps than just signing. Okay. He's yeah. But anyway, watch my recorded video. I asked my team member to help me publish it tonight if possible. It's a long one though. It's like 20 minutes. So just like, save it and come back to it later. All right. So let me go to on YouTube. Jerome Torres. Does pending asylum with USCIS applicants would that be affected? Are you the same person that asked on TikTok too? Yeah, as long as pending, then that's fine. Okay. Unless you got arrested recently or something, then that's a different problem. Uh-huh. Okay, interesting. Someone is funny. Someone's trying to be funny. Okay. Okay, Lizzie one. I don't think I have an answer to your case, but let me read out loud though. Can I talk about involuntary separation for marital union under citizenship application? What if you have a DUI arrest but case dismissed? Okay, so that's two different questions. Yeah, that would probably require a one-on-one consult meeting. But if your case dismissed, like straight dismissed, then you're fine with that. Okay, but if your case was like what do you call you had some conditions you need to complete, like a probation, some kind of AA classes, then that's not a straight dismissal. You definitely need to speak with an immigration attorney one-on-one about that. Okay, because there's a lot of things about timing, when to apply or maybe not apply. Oh, straight dismissal. Great to hear. Now, about your first question, though, I don't. Question about that, about citizenship related to something like that could be about child support. Okay, so, but again, that would your two questions are more best suited for a strategy session with one of our attorneys. All right, thank you so much for your questions. Lizzie, one, you're in law school. Okay, great. Contact my team. We'll be in touch. Law students or really anyone, you can connect with me on LinkedIn too. I got a LinkedIn profile. I met, I think I met my first attorney. I just went to a conference this past weekend. First attorney that doesn't have a LinkedIn profile. Yeah, I thought that was a bit strange. Oh, well. Okay. That's like my business card these days. Uh, your case almost 6 months. Is that normal for DACA renewal? Submitted July 31st, 2024. Still waiting. Yeah, I mean, depending on the year, just some cases like DACA renewal could get approved quicker than normal, but some others been waiting a long time, like 6 months. Yeah, I would say that's normal, unfortunately. Thanks, Lizzie. We'll be in touch. All right, let's see. BZK saying your case is slow. What did you file for again? Was it asylum? Sasha. Sasha, how are you? Okay, how long is it approved to take I-130? Okay, I got it here on my screen. I need to do it on YouTube and Facebook. Y'all, like, what am I pointing at? Okay, on TikTok, it shows I have my screen 16 months if you're sponsored by a U.S. citizen. Okay, if you're sponsored by a permanent resident, then there's no timing here actually, which is a problem. We want to file. We, as in a couple of colleagues and myself, we want to file a class action lawsuit for people in this situation sponsored by a permanent resident. Long story short, because it doesn't give you processing time. Under it says see notes on the website. It says they're not USCIS is not going to issue a decision. It's not going to issue a decision until your prior date shows up on a visa bulletin. So if your prior date won't show up for 5, 10 years, that's a problem, especially if you're in the United States and you need to apply for a 601A waiver because you'll be waiting a hell of a long time. Okay. Thank you so much for your questions. If I don't get to you and I hop off, I apologize in advance. As you can see, there's a bunch of questions. Thank you so much for your trust. Worst case scenario, go ahead. I didn't think I'd be saying this tonight on Monday, January 20th, that we're here on TikTok and all these other channels, but especially on TikTok. Still go ahead and follow me. Click on the bell on your respective channel, YouTube, Facebook. You guys do the same, okay? We're going to go to Instagram, answer a question that I see. I think Rocky is on deck next. Okay, simple ye girl. You have a 5-year work authorization. You got your driver license. You got your DL. Wonderful. And a pending VAWA case and pending 485. Should you be afraid of being deported? No. No, no, no. Y'all, do not be afraid of being deported unless you have some kind of criminal history. Then you definitely need to talk to an immigration lawyer ASAP. Okay. Now, look, I know of a law firm, at least one law firm that's nationwide with several offices. Okay. And I heard they give out these cards, like a business card, say, oh, yeah, just give share the business card to the police officer or whoever you see, law enforcement. And then it'll be okay. Just tell them, just call me. No, that's not how it works. Okay. If you get arrested, certainly you say, I don't want to say anything until my attorney's here. Right. But the police officer's not going to call the lawyer. That's not how that works. Okay. You need to verbally state what you don't want to do or what you want to do. I don't want to answer any questions until I have my attorney present. Okay. Now, of course, an attorney can't say verbally, "Hey, don't transfer my client to ICE." Like it doesn't work that way. There's documentation. We got to prepare and all that. All right, let's get Rocky on. What's going on?
Hey, can you hear me?
Oh, I can hear you now. Sorry, I just turned up my volume. What's going on?
Can you hear me?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thank you
Oh,
for giving me a chance to be put my question.
sure.
Actually, I was wondering, like, if possible, there's a question like for my mother or
Okay.
parents.
hmm
Uh, so there is a 90 days rules for them for the adjustment of visa if they are on a tourist visa.
Um, it's an unspoken thing, but of course, the main thing is that they didn't have intent at the time of entry. Let's say at the airport, they did not intend to adjust status. Okay, now you don't have to
Okay.
say anything on a live show about that, but usually that kind of scenario to work through that question is to talk with us one on one. But are they here already right now?
Yes.
Okay, okay. And have you filed already or not yet?
No, no. I'm just waiting for your answer to be.
Oh, okay. I mean, I could just share with you plainly that we have many clients that their parents or their spouse have overstayed their visa, and they've applied at any time and been approved. Okay,
Okay.
but they have to be, of course, ready in case the USCIS officer does ask that question, like, "Oh, did you intend to apply for adjustment when you enter America?" And fortunately, most of my clients never even asked that question, but it's important to be ready for that question. Okay, that's what we
So
do with my team at Green
is
Card
there
Guide.
any denial in that cases of this kind of situation? Is there any denial of any service?
In that your parent situation, I don't know. I haven't been denied, fortunately, but maybe someone else for this situation. But
Okay. I do
yeah,
one thing. I contact you on your phone, so I will
okay,
be more ready for with you.
okay. Thank you so much. Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
All right,
Take
have a good
care.
night. All right, all right. Now, and of course, anytime I look, I'll be upfront with y'all. We're not perfect. We don't got a perfect score. The Dallas Cowboys are not perfect. Okay, The Kansas City Chiefs are not perfect. The New England Patriots are not perfect. There are some losses there, okay? It depends on the situation. Now, the thing is, though, if you want the best chance to be approved, you need to tell your attorney the truth. Absolutely the truth. No, I don't want to go. If you have seen the Lincoln Lawyer Netflix show or the movie with Matthew McConaughey, we don't really have that kind of context, right? But we're your attorney. At the same time, though, we cannot help you file false information on an application. We don't want to lose our license, okay? But you need to tell your attorney the truth so that we can help you walk through this situation. And at no point are we ever going to tell you to lie, okay? By the way, speaking about lying, there's a video I just recorded, I think yesterday or 2 days ago. I think it just got published this morning. Um, about scam bad attorneys. Yeah, you might want to check that out, especially if you're out in New York. You might be eligible for possibly U visa, but the scheme that I explained in that video about VAWA, that could have happened to anyone living across the United States, and not necessarily that lawyer. It could have been another lawyer too. Because if you thought about it, I'm sure some other bad lawyers have thought about it, or maybe not attorney did it. Okay, back on TikTok, and I'll go back to YouTube and then Instagram for the next question. Man, y'all a little shy on TikTok tonight. Y'all usually join, but you know what? Here on TikTok, at least, I see about 2,000 hearts. Let's get to 5,000 hearts, okay? Let's get to 5,000. Let's get my algorithm working back for me. And Instagram, I don't know about y'all, because Instagram hasn't treated me very well before or ever. Okay, let me scroll closer to the top on TikTok. I'll get back to YouTube and then Instagram. Omar07, hi bro. Can I answer how long it will take to process I-130 for your wife? You filed it August 4th, 2004, 24. Yeah, you're gonna be waiting a while, at least by August 4th, 2025. Okay, YouTube now. RK, exactly. Exactly. I don't know how they can just put in there on an executive order. I think it was this one. Where did it go? Subsection B says that subsection A of this section shall apply only to persons who are born within the United States after 30 days from the date of this order. So I guess they're saying essentially, if it turns out that they can change the Constitution, essentially, that okay, it's going to affect anyone who was born after 30 days after January 20th. So, yeah, that is going to be pretty wild. This is going to be wild times, y'all. Man, I will have no shortage of content for y'all, answers. I'm going to be tired. Y'all might have to pick me up. And the best way to pick me up is just tap the screen and hit the like button. Okay, thanks. Let's see. Maria Hernandez on YouTube. What happens if you can't find your physical green card? Okay, you want to file the I-9, I-90, I-90. Replace or renew your green card, resident status. That's what it is. Okay, Maria. If you ever lose it or misplace it, now of course I know. Like when I help my mom or my wife, like look around for their credit card or something, some kind of card. I'm like, bro, can you just stand up? Like maybe you're sitting on it. I'm just joking with you, but seriously, that's what happened. So before you actually apply, because when you apply for the I-90, it takes some people. I've read out your comments, and some people said it took like 24 months and still pending. Some y'all 12 months. Okay, so please know it's not as quick as you think, like a Staples button. No, I'm not sponsored by Staples. All right. And I'm just going to put it out there in case anyone was wondering about your My USCIS case status. Some people have said on a channel, like, oh, what does it say? It says like expected decision in 3 weeks. And then like the next day it says expected decision in 18 months. Like, don't freak out. Okay. Please first know any of that information in general, even if it didn't change, is not accurate. Okay. Just take a moment to think about the United States government here. Agencies are slow. If anything, this right here on TikTok, on my background, this is more accurate. Okay. And what I share with you is accurate because it's just case experience and my colleagues' experience. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with the My USS case status. Shimmer and shine. At the end of removal defense, does one get a green card? True or not? If not, and if you get approved, then yeah, you get the green card eventually, not an EAD at the end. Shimmer and shine also asks, is ACD better a straight dismissal? Because if the hypothetically, if the ex-boyfriend's reopens the case, you got nothing to lose. I can't be punished twice but he goes to jail if evidence turns against him. I don't know your situation. I'm a little bit confused, honestly. Because you talk about your ex-boyfriend, but yeah, sounds like you're asking two different questions. I don't know. Let me go here. Why Hori? Does D3 waiver help with false claims to citizenship under Biden? Likely not. Is very, very limited exceptions for a waiver of false claim to citizenship. And it's not just Biden. I mean, first of all, Biden's out of office. Bro's out. It is now January 21st. Okay. It's Trump's second day already in office. Bro was busy. Trump was busy. 5 pages worth of executive orders today signed by President Trump. I'm going to just add this to the stage. Okay, on YouTube and Facebook, you can see this ridiculousness. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You can see our president here on the homepage of the whitehouse.gov. If you go to it yourself, you'll see like a chopper landing, and then he steps out, and then it goes to this, and it says, America's back. And he says, every single day, I will be fighting for you with every breath in my body. I will not rest until we have delivered the strong and safe, prosperous America that our children deserve and that you deserve. This will truly be the golden age of America. Man, this guy's like manifesting some stuff. This is quite interesting. Signed, Donald J. Trump, 47th president. Okay, let's get this nonsense out of here. Okay. I truly hope he does help a lot of people, but in the right way, right? Not just for himself and the tech bros. All right, now let's get to back to Instagram here. I think I'm on Wicho GGE. You're currently got a petition to get legal status through your mom. Would it be easy if you married your girlfriend? She's in the military. I don't know. It'd be I wouldn't know. I wouldn't say be easier, but it's possible. In fact, I mean, even cases where your parent has filed for you, some people might think, oh, it's a walk in the park. No, I mean, first of all, some of them actually get scheduled for an interview. Also, because whether you're sponsored by a spouse or a parent, ultimately, one of the major decisions is about your admissibility or inadmissibility, essentially any legal reasons to not get you approved. Okay. Now, in terms of if a spouse files for you, then yeah, you have to file more evidence. You got to provide more evidence because that's based on marriage. With a parent, there's not as much evidence you need to provide. Okay, you don't need to provide your chat logs with your parent. That'd be could be a little strange. Which, by the way, if you're providing some kind of chat log or screenshots with your, the spousal case. You don't have to like share the intimate type of stuff. Okay, you don't have to. That intimate stuff doesn't necessarily push it to approval like some of y'all might think. Okay. Hey, what's up, Riz Hyder? Good to see you. Good to see a lot of y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know there's a lot of questions here, but um, it wouldn't be right of me if I didn't provide you a little bit more thorough answer. Let's see here. Thanks for the hearts. Oh wow, we're at 7,000 hearts now on TikTok. Man, really appreciate y'all's love. That's keeping me going. Okay, I don't think I've yawned yet. Okay, good. I wish TikTok had this thing like you just scroll to the last question I just answered because it's listening to us anyway. That should know, right? Okay, Venice on TikTok. You applied through your citizen husband last year for an AOS in Texas. Okay, great. I'm here in Houston as well, or at least in Texas. How long? How much longer for GC? Okay. So if you say last year, I don't know exactly when last year you filed, but generally speaking, for AOS, okay, that means you filed while being in America. Then it generally takes 12 months. Okay, in the past 4 years, the 3 to 4 years with President Biden, it has been on average. Okay, it has been on average about 5 6 months for us. Very fortunately, that makes it we're very fortunate of that. I know y'all with clients, some of our clients are on here too. Y'all are fortunate. We've had some case approved in about 3 months is probably our shortest. I would say that's probably more of a fluke. Or maybe that was just really early on and USCIS officer got excited to get cases done. Look, these officers want to get cases done, these USCIS officers, but there's a lot of y'all that apply. First come, first serve. You would think, but it's not necessarily like that. Shimmer and Shine on YouTube thinks TikTok is banned. Yeah, technically by law, but it's back right now. I'm on it right now. A lot of y'all are on TikTok asking questions too. Back to Instagram here for WeCho GE. Yes, you can. You can still have your spouse apply for you if you want. It also depends if you entered the United States with a visa or not. If you enter without a visa, then definitely have your spouse who or anyone uh, that's in your family that's eligible and also in the military. Okay, because then you can apply for military parole in place. Okay, it is just so weird to see President Trump like that on my other monitor, like this. Ugh. Okay, I gotta snap back into it, John. Okay, answer these questions. PCV, what do I think is going to happen to advanced parole? It's still going to be there. It's just it could become more difficult to get approved. That's the thing. Back to WeCho GE or anyone in a similar situation where you're thinking like you might have the question like, should I apply for this or should I apply for that? Like you might think like, oh, I'm eligible for both. Definitely, of course, schedule a strategy session with one of our attorneys, or you can even click option one with our client care specialists who are not attorneys, but they have the attorneys review the information, okay, before they meet with you, okay? Let's see here. Let's see. Thanks so much for the roses, Enrique. Thank you, sir. Okay. What's the processing time for 45 for based on VAWA? You took your fingerprints in November 2024. That was only less than 2 months ago. You got a long way to go. For VAWA, just assume it could take about 3 years. Okay. Okay, on the YouTube, Ender Pal Kelsey. USC has received your RFE response 189 days ago. Wow, that's pretty accurate. Good job tracking that. And no update. AOS, a UK citizen married to a United States citizen. Okay. Yeah, so we can file a lawsuit, but it's not for us to file a lawsuit for adjustment status. It's not based on timing since when you when USCIS received your RFE. It's more so when you filed your case to begin with. Okay. All right. So if you filed at least 15 months ago and still waiting, we're happy to help you out. Okay. Now look, y'all, if you're wondering like what services does Green Card Guys through my team we offer, we pretty much help with everything except humanitarian parole. We are considering to resume our asylum services. Okay, once we get the capacity to help you out, um, and others, but we also help with cases that are delayed. We love suing the government. Okay, now of course, if we don't believe your case is quite ready in terms of what we call unreasonable delay, we have a chart that we follow. And sometimes we can deviate from that chart if you want to try to file a little earlier. But it depends on the client, right? We don't want to waste your money. We have an idea of when U.S. attorneys will contest. Okay, U.S. attorneys will file a motion to dismiss or something. So right, we try to like adjust the timing that we can avoid the motion to dismiss. Oh, PD April 26, 24. Okay, we gotta at least wait. You gotta wait at least like 5 months minimum, 5 to 10 months. Okay, still early. Uh, and I know it's weird because you said you sent in your RFE response 189 days ago. That must be so frustrating because the government doesn't have their shit together. And you thought some of y'all thought like, oh, I got an RFE. That was quick, like 2 months in. Sure enough, you responded to it like the next day or the same week. With our team, we would try our best to refile the response ASAP. We have a workflow with our team, SOP, standard operating procedure to get the shit done with you for you. As long as you can give us what we need, what the government needs, right? Okay. And of course, some of y'all might think like, oh, you gave. Some clients might think like, oh, it's not a big deal. Like, okay, you just file the response tomorrow. Like, I just gave you what you needed, but we need time. First of all, we need time to review it. Second of all, we need time to have a meeting together with you to see like what other information could be helpful to strengthen the case to get approved. Because once you get that request for evidence, I think some of y'all don't realize this. You got one shot. Okay. So we don't want to waste your government fees for filing. Now, when you get an NOID, notice of intent denied, you got a short time frame. You got 30 days or less, okay, to file that response. Excuse my French. All right, let's see. TikTok here as well. Is it possible to apply for work permit without being sponsored? Possible, maybe through asylum, possibly. But if you're not applying for asylum, then I can't think of something else where you could get a work permit without sponsorship. Patience in them. You're a permanent resident. You filed for your spouse since 2 years and 3 months ago. Not approved yet. You're worried. Hell yeah, I'd be worried too. Look, y'all. I'm here. This is on TikTok. My background. Permanent resident. File for a spouse. September 2024. It used to show like 24 months. It doesn't show that anymore. Look, I bet you not. I bet you very few attorneys know that they could say that the last time they saw a month here for permanent resident family preference was September 2024. Okay, because I don't think you can backtrack. My point is, I check this shit almost every other day. Okay, for y'all, on social media. Which, by the way, if you're interested in our services, go to my bio, click the link before you fall asleep. Okay, because it is past midnight here in Central Time in Houston, Texas. Go to my link. At least just save the link for later, because who knows? Maybe TikTok's going to go away again or whatever platform. Um, but if you're ready to get started, you can see here. Okay. If it wasn't obvious already, you deserve legal status. Don't let the government, don't let your conservative friends or maybe even your family members. Don't let others affect you. Oh, Silvana, thanks for sharing. Silvana says on TikTok, glad I have this content, but when you tried to scroll one of my videos, I guess to watch it, your video appeared as flagged. Oh, snap. Oh, it might be one of those folks. Maybe one of those conservative folks. I know that a couple of my videos, it might mute the sound. I don't know why, but okay, I'll check that out. Thanks for taking a look at my videos. Um, I have so much to share, y'all. I try to everything I share, I write down. I'll try to break it down to recorded videos that I can publish. My team can upload it for y'all. Okay. But for tips, insights, please go ahead and follow and click the bell so you get the future notification when I go live. Oh, okay. Okay, Savannah, you said this live. Interesting. Well, I don't know who would report my video because for a moment there, we had like 200 in the channel. Mario just joined. Welcome. How does I-130 work for resident mother and child over 21? This is the petition right here. Okay, Mario? That's step number 1 is file a petition if you're eligible. Silvana, it appeared on your end as 71. Yeah, it was maybe about, yeah, right now it says 70 right now. I would say probably at least 30 minutes ago, it was around 200. Okay, let's see. Did I miss anyone? Okay. Thanks for the tapping. Hey, Curtis, good to see you. Gira Hernandez, hello, good afternoon. Good afternoon. Where are you living? Where are you at on Instagram? Gira Hernandez, you have an open I-130. You're looking to joining the Navy. Will that make it faster? Um, but are you the U.S. citizen or are you the immigrant? Um, I think when Trump was president before, I don't think he gave any pathway. He provided any pathway for someone who's an immigrant to get resident status to the military, if that's what you're asking. Who filed for you, Guerra Hernandez? A parent or something? Family preference? Okay. Oh, Mom King herself, your removal was 24 years ago. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Uh, by the way, you don't have to copy and paste your questions. Please don't do that because a lot of people have questions before you, and I need to see their questions also. So, out of respect for others, God bless 2025 for parents that need to follow 90-day rule. Okay, I think I spoke with you a second ago. PCV0426. What do I think will happen with advanced parole? You just got approved Friday. You're not sure what to do now. Yeah, I would hang tight. I would hang tight for a bit. See what happens. Let's see what let's see what gets implemented in the next week, a couple weeks. Because there's nothing that actually need for you to actually travel right now, right? PCV. Curtis, yep, I agree with Curtis. Suing is the way. You're looking for a baby. Are you expecting a baby, Curtis, after February 19th? If so, early congrats. You know what? I need to get another iPad for Instagram. I think that's what I need to do because it's getting, the text is very small. Venice official. Okay, you're in Houston. Okay, it's been filed since March for you. Lion Queen thinks that she's hoping the process will be faster now that Trump is in. I don't know what makes you think it'll be faster. Maybe because of the new Department of Government Efficiency, maybe, but I doubt it. Garrett Hernandez says you're a citizen for your husband. You're in Florida. Wasn't sure where you are. That's why you said good afternoon. Oh, okay. Oh man, you're later than I am. You're 1:24 a.m. I do have to go to sleep pretty soon. Super dry. Did you mean to join? Let me know because I don't want you to join if you didn't actually intend to. Some people are okay. Good move there, Vizier. USCIS says your step 3 is completed for 45. Does that mean your interview is waived? Look, yo, if you have a question like Vizier and your portal says interview waived or step 3, whatnot, don't assume that's true, okay? Because they can renege on that. They can retract their statement that's on the portal, okay? They can still schedule for an interview. Now, if you get your decision soon, that's great, but don't assume that your application is going to get waived. I don't think Lion Queen. I don't think I've ever heard Trump say cases will be processed faster. I don't think that was top of his concern. I really don't think so. Considering all the executive orders I just recorded about to explain with y'all, that's going to be published soon. Hopefully, let me check in with my team member here. Uh, let's see here. But yeah, if you get approved, that's great. Come back to the channel. Let me know if your experience, okay, of your own case. Please let me know. I'm always because that helps. Your anecdotal information can be helpful for other people. Really appreciate it. Enrique, okay, I find your question. Your partner has a visa application. It was approved. Congrats to your partner. Now she's waiting for a work permit. By the way, Enrique Sal, do you need status too? Because some people, okay, there you go. If you marry, do we have to go through the whole process of interviewing like a married citizen? Um, yeah, it's possible. But with U visas, it's not often. It's not often you get an interview. For VAWA, yes. Anonymous Ninja, I like that name. Do I help other people in other states? Absolutely. You can live in a different state. You can live in Alaska. You can live in Greenland. Although I never had a client from Greenland. Maybe they love where they live. Um, happy to help you. Okay, Ashley Rosas. Let me see if I can find your question. Savannah, thanks for the tip. Really appreciate that. Gotta be on the lookout for each other. You know what I'm saying? You know, gotta protect my account. By the way, y'all, if you're trying to find me on different accounts, you know, let's say you're on TikTok, you want to find me on um, Instagram, for example. Um, apparently, I have a lot of scammers, like people that copy my videos, which I don't know why they would do that. I think I have a modest audience, you know, size compared to other immigration lawyers I know. But yeah, I wonder if it's like a bot that's doing that, like downloading videos and uploading it. But just watch out. I'm sure there's a human involved. But just watch out. We don't ask for money on these apps. We're not going to send you like a Venmo link or anything, a WhatsApp link for money. We don't, even if that was possible, we don't do any of that nonsense. What we do have is a scheduling link. Okay. Let's see. Thank you so much for your questions. Inder Palk, Cassie, Kelsey, this is a great question. I mean, a lot of questions are great, of course. Would you be able to expedite AOS case due to your ill mother back in England? No. Expedite request was created because of pandemic, and pandemic has been long gone. We just cut to the chase for you. I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but essentially, it's not for the 485. It's intended for the I-130 or 765 for the work permit or the I-131. Okay, that so you can still try to expedite request for the 131, provide some kind of proof and a letter, proof like medical proof of your mother's illness. and then write the letter. That's what I mean by cover letter, to explain it like more thoroughly or succinctly. Succinctly, I mean. An expedite request, you got to upload that into your My USCIS account. I used to be able to do that like by the phone, but I think the USCIS finally figured out how to be efficient like 3 years later. Go figure. Um, let's see. Eileen on TikTok, what's the normal processing time for removed conditions? You've been waiting about 22 months and heard nothing. So I would say between 2 to 4 years. Okay, I know it's a long spectrum of time, because the thing is, USCIS under President Biden finally acknowledged that the 751 remove condition application takes a hell of a long time, and for some reason they don't prioritize those at all. They just put that in a back burner, which to me doesn't actually make sense. Like, the whole purpose of the 751 is to verify if you were in a legit marriage from before, 2 years before that, right? So, but yeah, in the most recent receipt notice, it's extended automatically on that same receipt notice, extended automatically, conditional residence status for 48 months. That's 4 freaking years. That's a good thing in terms of not having to call USCIS all the time, right? And you need to get your I-551 stamp in the passport, go to the local field office for that. That's a good thing in that sense, but because before it was a hassle. The Higgins, what's up on YouTube? You're 4 degrees. Oh my god. The wind chill is -6. I mean, that was early. It's probably worse now. My goodness. And so sorry to you, Higgins, if you are a Detroit Lions fan. So sorry. I feel your pain. I'm a Dallas Cowboys fan. I really feel your pain if you're a Lions fan. I also feel bad for, man, Jared Goff. That's tough. Geta Hernandez. Have I heard of attorney Martinez? She's also from Texas. Yes, I have. But yeah, I mean, hire whoever you're comfortable with, for sure. But why you bring her up? I'm kind of curious. She certainly does focus a lot on social media, like way more than I do. That's all I'll say. Let's see. You living on the edge. Good. I wish you all the best, Higgins. Venice official, please check my DM or your DM. Question too long. It's not letting you type it. I know, right? Instagram, you gotta figure something out. Instagram. Oh, whoa! What is it doing on Instagram? Oh yeah, that attorney you're talking about, she is in the Dallas area. Mhm. It's doing this weird effect on Instagram. Is this thing kind of getting annoying? I don't know. I just kind of felt like this little. Y'all can't see it on TikTok. Let me move my background. Can I get rid of that? Oh, it's still showing the background. Okay. Well, real quick on TikTok, I can share with you that the 601A is taking 39.5 months. Okay. Now, my team did this last week, so maybe it updated. But the 601 application, I'm sharing this on TikTok, is taking 30 months. They're both taking a hell of a long time. It's worse. So even though 601A dropped down in time, the 601 increased time. Bella, you've been here in the US since you were 4 months old. My goodness. You're basically American. You just need to apply. What do I recommend to get you a green card? I don't know. There's a couple different ways, but if you don't have like a specific question on these channels, that's okay. But more like a little bit more general or then go to my webinar. If you're wondering like what pathway you could apply for, go to my webinar or wait for my webinar, but sign up for my webinar. It's free. I don't charge y'all for that. I don't gatekeep over here. The only situation we would gatekeep is like if you're, if you're asking me things like step by step, what to do, what to write, then that's a little different, right? You need to hire us for that. But let's see. But you can sign up for a webinar in our link. Okay, you can on YouTube and Facebook is right here. Oh man, thank you so much for your questions. CJ, you asked what will happen to pending 485 cases. I mean, like with Trump, it's still just pending. Trump's not going to go in there and say, "Hey, deny everyone." That's just not how it works. They have to give you a reason why it's denied. Which, by the way, sometimes USCIS will not give you a reason. They'll just spit out the law right there and say, "Oh, because you're not admissible, we deny you," and that's it. Like, hello, we gotta get some proof here. Like, what are you talking about? So in some situations, we would appeal, and some we don't. Okay. Jomar on YouTube, is it safe to travel outside US with advanced parole? It's hard for me to say for every single person, right? Number one question attorneys would ask is, do you have any arrest? Do you have any convictions? Do you have any plea deals, plea bargains? Like, do you have anything related to law enforcement? Literally, uh, some, um, because some people say no, 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 and then we finally ask a more broad question, like, oh yeah, I do. I'm like, oh god damn. So you need to ask an attorney one-on-one so we can get the real-time feedback, your answers. Okay. Because you definitely don't want to be a situation stuck outside America. Oops, what happened here? Guerra Hernandez, or Saima Rabani. When do I think birthright citizenship will start? It's going to be a long process. It's going to be a long process. It's not going to happen like 30 days from now. They're saying the people that could be affected, if approved as a constitutional amendment, then 30 days from that executive order that was signed on the 20th. Lion Queen, you have your I-130 case waiting a year now for your citizen husband here. Oh, you're the citizen. Should you be waiting for an answer soon? I would say about 15.5 months or less. 12 to 15.5 months for I-130. Unfortunately, if it takes more than 15 months, then you knew who to contact. Save the link, okay? Someone asked about Child Status Protection Act on TikTok user 6780. Does age lock in when you petition a 19-year-old? When you petition for a 19-year-old and the petitioner is a resident? Okay, yeah. So it's hard to say. Can't predict the future because a calculation for a Child Status Protection Act essentially can only calculate it when the visa bulletin has reached, because you need to know the date of the visa bulletin essentially. So the best way in terms to know if you have a better chance at getting that getting logged in, age logged in, is if the petition actually takes a longer time to process. Okay, hopefully that helps. Just the way the calculation, the formula works. Get Hernandez. So, do I think from your other question, since you're a citizen and you have an open I-130 for your husband, you think you joining the Navy will speed things up? That's a big decision. Like, first of all, if you even want to join the military, it's a big decision. It would allow you to do advanced parole instead of the pardon, correct? So through military parole in place, if that's what you're asking, yeah, military parole in place instead of the waiver. Yeah, the waiver would take at least 3 years. But think about it, right? Like Republican Party, they love war. Okay, I mean, under Biden, we just gave what $1 billion or so to Ukraine, and But as far as I know, we weren't in there, were we? Did we send subcontractors out there? Probably. I wouldn't doubt it, actually. Okay, thank you so much for your questions. I think someone asked on TikTok, um, like, is K1 going to be slower, K1 visa? I mean, not necessarily, but in general, K1 is slower than marriage pathway for the last 4 years since the pandemic. I can answer that. Sunny01, no reply yet. Why? I don't know. There's just a lot of questions. I'm trying to go. That's just a lot. So at this point, I've gone out of order, but not on purpose. It's pretty, to be honest, it's pretty difficult to track the questions. Um, TikTok needs to find a better way for me to do this. Do I have anything to say about Vawa? Oh, sure. I mean, there's a lot to say. Do you have a specific question about it, though? So you can get more value out of this? Vawa, I mean, I can say that it's not just spouses. You don't have to be abused by a spouse specifically. It could have been by your parent, or maybe you are the parent and you were abused by your son or daughter. Okay. There's a lot of different family relationships in that sense that that could have been the abuser, or you could have been the victim. Okay. The best thing to do if you ever been a victim of abuse, it please know first of all, it doesn't have to be physical abuse. A cheating spouse could work because that includes emotional abuse. You know, someone telling a spouse telling you that, oh, I'm going to sponsor you. Don't worry, I'm going to sponsor you. There's obviously a lot more context to that, a lot more information that you could share. There's a lot of scenarios that could help you. Okay, that could help you qualify for VAWA, and also for T visa. By the way, a lot of people think T visa. Well, some of y'all don't even know about T visa, and that's okay. It's called trafficking visa. But when you hear trafficking, you might think like by default, like, oh, sexual trafficking for prostitution. It's not just that. It could be for people who are already in the U.S. and working for someone, and maybe you're getting paid, maybe you're not. But if you're not getting paid 100% of your wages, maybe even including overtime, you're not getting paid correctly, and you're an hourly person. Okay, you could apply for T visa, or the work conditions is poor, it's bad. You could apply for that. There's a lot of different scenarios that you may not have thought of. Okay, I'm obviously not able to go through everything here on a live show, but you're welcome to join our webinar. Okay. Reg, if you're in the process of citizenship, are you in danger of the mass deportation? I I don't know your situation. Do you have an arrest or something? Do you have Look, I'm not here to fearmonger, not like the Republican Party. I'm just here to share the information. So, but I would not, if you don't have any crimes, I would not be concerned. Now, but please know, like, if you're in the wrong place, right time, you're like a good person, you haven't committed any crimes, but you're at a house party or something. First of all, just don't run from cops. Okay, that's usually like a bad idea. Just something to know. Okay, unless you really have to run. Matthew, when you're a legal citizen, you're Asian and if you get stopped in the street and are you supposed to carry your passport? So I'm in Texas, right? And in Texas they passed this law. I think they call it SB4, SB8. At this point, at least 1 year ago, probably. And they said, oh, essentially, cops, if I could paraphrase, that cops have the right, though, through law, to ask a person, a driver, their legal status. Now, I know some cops, okay? I've had some clients that are cops. They don't want to deal with that BS, okay? They don't got time for that. That's not, they don't want to consider that a crime, okay? As far as I know, okay? Um, but yeah, I felt like sometimes I had to carry a passport, but because otherwise, what other proof could you provide? It's ridiculous, right? I have it just scanned in my phone. I kind of wish they arrest me. We'll see what happens if they do. I mean, I'm not going to purposely get myself arrested, of course. All right, so let's see. Jackie on TikTok, can an asylum, Jackie with the teddy bear, I think, can asylum person seeking asylum, can a person who is seeking asylum marry a green card holder? Your partner came here under asylum. It's possible, yeah. Gina, can I help? Are we accepting class? Yes, we do accept limited cases. Thank you for asking. Because first of all, we want to make sure you're eligible. Okay, we want to make sure you're eligible, and then yeah, we have to make sure. But yeah, we accept limited cases. STX South Texas Joe, what's going on, buddy? Let's connect. Am I staying out of EOR cases or still handling depot cases? It's tough. Oh, you mean deportation cases? Um, we generally accept limited of those kind of cases too. Um, are you in Houston, by the way? Can your dad can your dad get deported if he is still waiting to get approved for the visa? Again, it just depends if. Well, first of all, okay, let me just let me clarify some things. A lot of y'all have been asking like, can I get deported? Things like that. You have due process rights, or your family member has due process rights. Okay, they don't have to sign something to get those due process rights. It's like it's inherently available to anyone. So if you get like picked up by ICE, a family member gets picked up by ICE and sent to detention center, every person has the right to a hearing in removal proceedings, what we call it. Okay, in the front of Executive Office of Immigration Review. That's the formal name. Now, the difference, though, for people that don't have that is people that may have expedited removal. Okay, so um, some of y'all know if you have it or not. Some of y'all don't know. But yeah, there's Gina. Yes, how much is consultation? If you want to speak directly to one of our attorneys or even me, it does cost 3 digits. Okay. If you are pretty sure you want to authorize our team to help you, then you can speak to one of our client care specialists and only promo code. Okay. Promo time. Only this amount for y'all. Limited time offer. I don't know when it's going to end. I don't know when my team's going to end it, but the promo code for that, option number one, by the way, wait for it, Pookie Bear. That's the code, Pookie Bear. It only costs this. Because most attorneys, you might wonder, how come I won't be speaking to an attorney? Well, because first of all, some people are like, I just want to know if you can help me, right? Isn't that a common question? I just want to know if you can help me. And the thing is that we figured it out. Like if I just train my team, not giving legal advice, that they can tell you if we can help you, and you don't have to pay 3 digits just to figure that out. Isn't that frustrating? You likely have hired an attorney, or at least had a consultation. You had to pay 3 digits, and you were just trying to figure out like, can you accept my case? Can can I sign a contract? And then sometimes I'll tell you no. Like, bro, that sucks, man. And it maybe only took like 2 minutes of your time, but you had to wait for that meeting too. All right, we got a guest on Jesus Landestein 7, I think. I-130 is not being halted. I don't know where you thought that. Where did that come from? What's going on? How's it going?
Hello, sir.
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Yeah, good evening. Yeah, my name is Francis. I am from Africa.
Okay. What's up, Francis? How can I help you?
Yeah, I just come here like now it will be 7 months. I come here with visa tourist.
Okay.
After 3 months, I just asked my asylum.
You applied for asylum? Okay. Is that what you said?
Yeah, for asylum, apply for asylum.
Okay, good.
But now then give me a date I go to give my appointment everything. Up to now, I just dey wait. I want just ask I my things. Are they inside the deportation or not?
What about deportation? Are you talking about the hearing? You didn't get the hearing date? Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah, no. I
Okay.
just go give my endpoint, then take my endpoint, everything.
Fingerprint. Okay. So you need to do you know about the website to check your court hearing?
Yeah,
Okay. So just keep checking that and make sure that the court knows your address. If you did you move since the last time you gave them the address?
yeah.
Okay, I don't know if you understood what I said, but if you move addresses, you want to update the court so that you get the future notification in the mail of the court hearing,
Okay.
okay? So you want to make sure, because if somehow you move and then
No,
the you know
I know moving. I just
yeah,
stay.
okay, all right, sounds good. Good luck to you, okay?
Okay.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you, sir. I don't know if I answered all his questions. Okay, hopefully. Yeah, Matthew, I would just keep a picture of it on your phone. I have Dropbox on my phone. Or if you don't have Dropbox or something like that, just keep it as a favorite on your phone. Julia Nicole. Okay. What's going on? It's processing. Hello. Julia Nicole. Julia Nicole. Okay, you're off. All right, now we got maybe that was a mistake. No worries, but I see this person has a question. Okay, if one parent is not a citizen, but the other one, will you lose citizenship if you're born here? No, we're talking too early here. What do you mean lose? Have you applied for residency? Let's start with that. Is it Josie? Is it worth to get siblings I-130? Absolutely. First of all, your sibling could say, "Oh no, bro, I'm good. I'm good in Ghana, or I'm good in I don't know China." And then 10 years later, your sibling's like, "Bro, did you file for that petition by any chance? Because I'm kind of not liking it in my country, or I want to retire or something." Which in America you can't really retire. It's not that's not how the system works in here. Okay, but in other countries, yeah, you could actually retire. So, um, but yeah, the I-130 you could just file for your sibling. Okay, your sibling does not need to sign it. I know a lot of people tell me, "Oh, my sibling doesn't care," but time changes things, right? Just like the pandemic. You never know when your family member wants to come to America, and with siblings, anything I mean, most of the family relationships is a family preference, so you gotta wait a long time. It takes a long time. I don't know which country and nationality your sibling is, but okay, we got Jamshed, and just tell us like Christmas gift, whatever, birthday gift. Hey, what's going on,
Okay,
Jamshed?
I'm Jamshid Akimi.
Hi, how can I help you?
Yeah, I have one of the question about my case, and I have I 130.
Okay,
Yeah, almost 18 months. Okay.
okay, I'm listening.
Uh, yeah, and
It's a
then
long time.
I have today one mistake. One of the 10 days ago, I have sent it expedite to UCIS, and they request back to some information. They send me. They tell me after 10 days, something send it for you in the address.
Okay.
Yeah. Today I wanna open in this message. I open in this message. I have to send it wrong information to this message. How can to talk to the again with I wanna can I talk to the uh, with office.
USCIS. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. If I
I
understand you correctly, you got a request for evidence in the mail?
yeah yeah they request you for me send it some to the mail.
Uh-huh.
But I have today as I have two mistake of my I want to mistake I have sent it to the message of the UCIS number. wrong message.
Okay. Why do you want to give them a message? Why are you calling them?
But I should be today as I have my mistake.
Okay. I don't know what they asked you for, but did you mail it back to them at the address on the paper?
Yeah.
You did? I don't know. Okay. Sounds like maybe you got a call came in. So look, I mean, this is a really good example. Like if you don't know what you're doing, hopefully you have some money saved up to hire an attorney, because we definitely don't. Once you get that request for evidence or you get a notice of intent to deny, you might think, oh, I'm just going to assume it's like a marriage case. Jamshi is welcome to join back anytime. But like, some of y'all think it's a piece of cake. What's up? Okay, welcome back.
Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
Right now I send it today like 10 p.m. like wrong message, like I want to withdraw my application.
Oh, you want to withdraw?
Yeah, withdraw.
Okay. Why do you want to do that?
But
If
I want a mistake of me.
you made a mistake, is that what you said?
Yeah, my mistake.
Oh, okay. Sounds like. Do you have an attorney? A lawyer to
No,
help you?
I didn't have attorney.
Okay. Did you have someone file for you, like sponsor you?
No.
Okay. Do you need us to review what you filed?
Yeah, I need to review. I have talked to the
Okay.
with the UCIS people.
Uh-huh.
Just I didn't have the I didn't cancel to my application. Just I want my process, but I have that's my mistake.
Okay. I feel like I'm missing something here, but I think the best thing to do for you, if you want us to review your situation just to make sure,
Okay.
then schedule a meeting with us, okay? And just if you click on you're on TikTok, so if you click on my profile, there's a link that starts with ZAAP.bio. Click
Okay.
on it and you can schedule a meeting, okay?
Okay. Thank
Okay.
you.
Thank you so much. Our team is happy to walk you through just to make sure, because Jamshi was talking about withdrawing application, and most applications you gotta pay some money. So we want to make sure if you actually did intend to do it. Some people think they're not eligible, but turns out you are. Okay, so limited edition Mari, February is going to be. We're located in Houston, Texas. Do we take new clients? We do, but we can't help everyone. There's a lot of y'all, and we greatly appreciate your interest. But some of y'all, first of all, are not eligible, and some of y'all are rude. So we can't accept everyone. We're very particular. We want to have a good life, and I hope you do too. February is going to make for limited edition Mari. February is going to make 4 years. Your friend is waiting on a 485 approval of VAWA. Do I know why so long? No, I don't. But generally about 3 years. But you're already past that time. So when it's past the time, then takes longer than our anticipated timing. We usually, not for everyone, but we usually recommend a mandamus lawsuit. Okay, so something to consider for your friend or for yourself. User 8384, can I talk about deportation to countries that don't take people back, like Iran or Vietnam? There's not much I can say right now, but I do know that President Trump does want to have negotiations with those countries that won't repatriate their nationals to sit in detention forever. Some people have. I remember trying to help someone when it was, I think, President Trump's first year. And if I recall, I think he was from Iraq. So yeah, he was sitting there for a while. It was ridiculous. Sammy, is there anything you can do if you were abused by your boyfriend? Does it only have to be spouse? Well, if it's VAWA, yes, it has to be a spouse. But it could be U visa. Hopefully, you file a report or call police. If you did not call the police, then I would just go to the police station and write out the report. ASAP. Okay. PCV, you have DACA and have been thinking of starting a business. Could you start a business and that help you get a pathway for green card and citizenship? Possible. I know H-1B opened up for something like that, but you have DACA, so it's we gotta make sure it's kind of a complex situation for you, PCV. TI, sir, you're sick and depressed. You need your family here with you. You're an immigrant applicant, asylum applicant. I mean, stay strong. I know it's easier for me to say, but you gotta stay strong. User 8384, you thought they can't hold you more than 6 months. Yeah, but you still gotta fight for it. It's not like, oh, hit 6 months and they'll just like, oh, release you. That's not how it works. You still gotta file a lawsuit. You gotta fight. You gotta have a lawyer. Or try yourself, I guess. I don't even know if detention centers have law libraries. I doubt it. Nightingale, Emma Chan of USCIS said that your interview was waived prior to biometrics. Is that really possible? It doesn't make sense to be waived before biometrics. And even if it was, they could always change their mind. My point is, it's great to get those tidbits of information, but don't rely on it until you get the freaking approval notice. Then you can start being happy, I guess. Always be happy. All right, let's see here. Ali Ortega, can you adjust that if your parents are green card holders? Well, and your siblings are U.S. citizen, and you're married with 2 kids. Okay, thank you so much. That actually kind of helps me strategize for you as quickly as possible. And the answer is no, unless you qualify for an exception, like maybe one of them or someone filed for you before April 30th, 2001. So you have an old petition, and we call that 245I, or maybe you have been a victim of abuse, and it does not have to be verbal abuse. It does not have to be physical abuse, or maybe you could be eligible for T visa. We call it trafficking visa. So there's just a lot of different, and it doesn't actually mean like the traditional definition of like trafficking. Could be based on your employment, based on not being paid 100% of your wages that you're owed, or maybe bad working conditions. There's a lot of different scenarios actually that you could talk to one of our attorneys about if you want to review it with them. Okay, thank you so much for your questions, y'all. Thank you so much for your questions. I gotta get going. It's pretty late. It's 1 a.m. Central Time, and the holiday's over. The holiday's over. Okay. I appreciate it. I will go ahead and follow if you haven't already. Follow, subscribe down below, click the like button, tap the screen 10 times before I click off of it. And by the way, if you're on TikTok, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram, okay? And YouTube if you don't mind, because honestly, it's a lot easier to see your question on those channels. Who knows what's going to happen with TikTok? By the way, do you think something happened with TikTok, right? Something seems a little different with TikTok. It's a little strange. I'm a little suspect. Thank you so much. Y'all have a good one. Good night. Oh, it's 2 a.m. there. Okay.